I'll never forget it. We were training for a week in Sarajevo, Yugoslavia, in Eastern Europe. We had a couple of hours to kill, so we visited the old city. The streets in old Sarajevo are too narrow for vehicles. The air is filled with smoke because many people still burn wood for heat. And everywhere you look, you see towering minarets, a constant reminder that you're now in Eurasia, far from home. Walking the cobbled streets of old Sarajevo makes you feel like you've been transported back in time. Imagine my surprise when I walked into a cafe for a cup of Turkish coffee and I heard the TV blaring in English. Back then, nobody spoke English in Sarajevo. Everyone spoke Serbo-Croatian. The TV was tuned into ESPN. I was hooked. That morning, I saw a commercial I'll never forget. You've probably seen it too. This is how the commercial went. Over 3,000 times I've been called upon my company to perform, and I didn't do what I was expected to do. 26 times the company has called on me for the day's final activities, and I failed. 300 times I've been part of my company's total failure, and I'm still considered to be the greatest basketball player that has ever lived. I'm Michael Jordan. 3,000 times I've been called upon to shoot the basketball at the basket and missed. 26 times my team has asked me to shoot the final shot in the game and I missed. I've been part of over 300 losses of the Chicago Bulls. Next time the Bulls play and there's 2 to 3 seconds left in the game, everyone knows who will be called to take the last shot. He's not afraid of losing. He's not afraid of defeat. Wow. Michael Jordan's commercial came at a good time for me. Back then, the Sarajevo track was the fastest in the world. We reached speeds of over 90 miles an hour from the men's start. I don't know about the other guys, but I felt fear on every run. I just got myself to act in spite of my fear so I could make my dream come true. And that's exactly what you need to do. Act in spite of your fear. Every time you do something you fear, you gain strength, confidence, courage, and faith. You need to always look fear in the face and do what you think you cannot do. How do you do that? Simple. By finding a dream that's big enough to overcome your fears. A dream that takes your breath away. Any successful person will tell you the same thing. They'll tell you that they fail themselves to success. I've taken several thousand luge runs since 1984. Out of all of those, I remember only a handful of runs that I was really proud of. A handful of runs that I nailed. I was proud of them, but even that's relative. I'll bet my coach, who was a 3-time world champion, thought that even those runs were nothing to brag about. But you know what? Those 2,000 failures got me to the Olympics 4 times. I failed my way to success. You could say that I crashed my way to the top. If your dream is big enough, you'll be able to go from one failure to another without losing enthusiasm. Before long, you'll look back and you'll see those failures for what they really were, success school. The failures you experience give you the education you need to begin to succeed. Once you start to succeed, the trick is to learn to go from one success to another without losing humility. The Turkish coffee was a little strong, but I'm sure glad I walked into that Sarajevo coffee shop. Put it into action. Act in spite of your fears. If you do what you fear, the fear will disappear. Double your failure rate in order to accelerate your success. Make it an Olympic day.